Yes! Alright. What is up, chat? Yeah, what is up, chat? We're doing some... Well, today we're doing some different. We're doing some Smashy Bros, because why not? I just have to head to my... And... this one... Da 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 da. Seriously?
Step into the ring.
Yes! Alright. Yes. All right. Here we go. Alright, pretty quick. So take it. Right in the dick. Ah, there we go. What's up, guys? What's up? Let's do some viewer battles. Give me a minute. I'm gonna post the. All right, I'm gonna post the Discord. I'm gonna post the ID and the Discord.
Hey, I'm gonna bed in like 30 minutes.
Good night, buddy.
Night.
Yeah, good point. Got me there. Got me there, going for it. Alright. Dude, why does that have invincibility? Forward throw. Dude, seriously? Yeah, I'm dead. Gotcha there. Eye conditioning. Oh crap! Oh, son of a. Man. So. It always makes me think, why is the sweet spot on that so freaking strong? Like, the sweet spot on that is actually insane. Come on! Alright, here we go. And up throw. Oh, back throw. Yeah, dash attack. I got him there. Uh-oh. Son, are you actually serious? You dead? Nope. Now you should be dead. Yes! Alright. Oh, for ninja. Ah, this will be fun. Oh, 79's not bad. Ah, I got it. Now that I've taken the first stock, I just have to hold the lead. My side B didn't come out? Hello? Ah, dang it. It buffered the frickin'. Almost killed. Ah, got me there. There's only one. There's only one way to settle this.
Choose your fighter.
Ooh, okay. This will be fun to watch. Okay, let's see. Wow, that was quick. Here we go. The Ditto, baby. I caught my roll one. Huh? I used forwarding. Kill. I was only at like what? 80? Holy crap. How did I kill how did I kill at 80? Alright, got it. What's good? What's good, chat? What's good?
Choose your fighter.
Unfortunately, they started without me. But don't worry. For the people who are in chat worrying about what's going to happen, I'm prepared for this. We are going to search up some geeks. We're going to watch some clips. Let's see. Actually, I got a fun idea. We're gonna watch a podcast while we wait. Alright.
I'm dying on bullet hells.
Yep.
You and your bullet hells.
All day, every day, what do you mean, Smash or the bullet hell I'm actually playing?
That's basically what you do in Smash as well.
Or
You know,
Tekken.
you deal with all of that.
Actually a bullet hell game.
Yeah,
These are all bullet hells.
our favorite genre.
So for those who may not have known, this past weekend there was a major in Mexico called S Factor 11, and it was how many people was it? Anybody off the top of their head?
100 something.
It was a lot of people. It was huge. And we
first
had
time at least, so.
yeah, we had three of us were there. Shadow Communities and
I'm
Zamba.
setting
So
it up at the
let's
moment.
go through y'all's experience. This was not any of your first times in Mexico, right?
No.
Right.
No. Okay. So, how did this trip stack up to like the other times you've been, or just like in general? Did you guys enjoy your weekend there? Anybody can start.
Yes. We enjoy
Alright.
everything.
We got one yes.
I'll start. So yeah, it's my second time in Mexico. I had a pretty good time. I have like a decent amount of like Mexican friends who I've known for like years, like just off online and like just like me streaming. I guess like when I used to stream a lot more. And seeing all of them is really fun. Obviously Mexican food is goated, and so eating that was great. Oh my god, I just remember the dessert that Mute and I and friends had. Oh my god, it was so good. Anyways,
What was it?
What was it? Yeah, you can't just say that.
it was called a torta chapa, which none of
you
us
remember
knew.
too? Yeah.
None of us knew like what that even was, but it was so good. Yeah,
Yeah. Torta
But-
chaha.
but like
What's
I
it?
don't know.
Uruguayan like national dessert or something like that. Yeah, and I can say it right.
Oh yeah, Uruguayan cake.
no, but yeah, it was so good. What else? Mexico, it's just I just like being in that area. First of all, it's not like 1,000,000 degrees over there, so that's always nice.
I mean, how?
I don't know how it works.
It's like at the equator.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. But yeah, so that's nice. And the event was really cool. I guess I won't go into detail yet on like my run, I guess, unless you want me to. But
Hey, we can do that last, you know.
yeah. What else? But yeah, pretty much had like a good time overall. I really wish I bought like stuff from events more, because I want things, but I never like get myself to buy anything. But because everything like looks cool, but I never buy anything.
Not at DreamHack. You were fiending for One Piece cards at DreamHack.
Oh wait, you're right. No, you're right. I guess.
How's your wrist doing?
Fine, like almost perfect. So I'm gonna chill for now until I feel like completely fine. But during the weekend, I think it was Friday, or the second day of the pre-local. I was still like not really
There
good
was
to
2
go.
days of pre-local.
Well, one
Yeah.
was singles, one was doubles.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, what the? That was a
Yeah.
crazy pre-local.
It was a
Got
crazy
400
pre-local.
people. Got to break it into pools in top 64.
Okay, wait, Zomba. How did you know there was a Did you know there was a pot bonus for the pre-local?
No, I wouldn't have done it anyway though.
Okay, but like, I feel like someone had to have known.
The Star GG page knew.
No.
Mexican players knew.
It was there. I saw it.
Was there a pop?
Wow,
How
I
big was the
killed.
pop bonus?
Wasn't
was
it
a
pretty
lot.
crazy?
It was a lot.
It was like a lot of money, like a lot.
So Shiny Mark made mad money this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like owns Guatemala now.
Okay. Like 2K for doubles? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was very crazy. Also the whole event being like free to enter, it was really crazy. No, but yeah, so the Friday, like my wrist is like kinda still getting there to be good, so I didn't play like really much any friendlies at all. Saturday, started playing again. It was good enough for that day. And then Sunday, pretty fine overall. I think it was like after I made it into top 8, I was like, okay, I need to chill before it gets any worse than it was. And then for the rest tournament, it was pretty fine. And then like at the end of the tournament, I was getting like really, really tired because that tournament ended at 1 in the morning, both years, at least the past 2 years. And I was just like, okay. I mean, I ended up stopped playing like 11 something. But either way, anyway,
Yeah, because
we started at 12 in the morning, or 12 whatever.
Yeah.
12
Noon.
noon, yeah.
Morning, by the way.
12 in the morning. But I was just like, okay, I guess.
That's a really long day.
Yeah, and I was kind of starting to feel sick, and that night I got like kind of more sick. I'm fine now, but I was just like,
Holy
strange.
crap, we got a full arena. Let's go.
So yeah, that's week. for
Sometimes
me.
exhaustion hits you in a way.
Yeah, it just hits me sometimes.
Mexico
So,
for me.
I was gonna say, how about you, Sal? I know you probably have some fun stories about your trip to Mexico.
Well, I'll start with the first because I'm not all doom and gloom. I got to stay at Chag's again, which is what I did last year, and his mom makes phenomenal breakfast. I'll give it up. It was so good. Mexican food all around is pretty good, I guess. And now let me talk about the negatives. So, oh my god, yeah. For one, yeah, the tournament ended super late. I felt like the scheduling was pretty like it was not in our favors. Like, oh my god, last year it felt worse, so I'm kind of glad that this year it was a little better. But as a competitor, that's like, you know, presuming I'm gonna do good enough to where I'm gonna like, I know regardless that tournaments are long, but it's kind of insane to me how
No
you can
way.
start top
No way that
64
works.
at 12 p.m. Like, that's just 64 people. I have locals with more people that will be done in like a couple hours. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to take 13 hours for the whole tournament to finish.
Stream
Like,
priority.
Stream
they'll
priority.
stream every winner set, but like I feel like if you're trying to do that, bro, if you're a big major, just do the extra effort of like having some quad stream. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
The main stream
And-
was shut down for like the first 40 minutes, and I was the last round one on mainstream, so I had to wait 2 hours and 30 minutes just to fight Jazar.
For
Oh, that
some
was
reason,
more
I thought they
layout.
started so late.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice
For
to-
some reason, I was like, what is happening?
They
There was
called
like
you
a
at
45-minute break or something.
Yeah.
I think it was just like down, so they were trying to fix it, which like that's not their fault, but
Okay. Well,
that just affects everyone else because like, you know, that was a huge big thing that they had. So that was really, really annoying. And just
Yeah.
personally, since I was the last one, I had to wait the longest. They did an ad break and a commentary swap right before my set too.
Oh my god, they do that every time I play on stream. Oh my god,
It's
so
true.
annoying. I hate that so much.
But yeah, there's just, I feel like because it takes so long, the venue, oh my god, there's just other problems too with the venue itself. On the first actual bracket day, there's multiple bathrooms you could use. Like, I was low-key scamming it and going upstairs to use the bathroom because only the inside of the venue only had one bathroom. And like, there's a lot of people there. And especially when it's like, I'm on a time crunch of like, oh, I might have to play, I'm being
Wow.
called for stream. And also it's like, I'm not controlling when my body has to go to the bathroom, you know? So sometimes you just gotta go. There's one bathroom, so many people, it's gross, it's so crowded. The bathroom on the upstairs bathroom on the second day, they closed it. The whole entire upstairs part was just closed, so everyone just had to be forced to the bathroom in the first
Let's
floor.
go,
And I was like,
that's
dude,
all.
like, this is so troll. Then it was also like this last year. If you left a venue past a certain time, you were not allowed to come back in. So say if you were hungry and you wanted to get food that wasn't from the venue because they just sold, like shitty vending food.
Hot dogs, chicken tenders.
Like if you leave and come back in, like they don't even tell you what time you're not allowed to come back in for. So like, for example, we went to a mall to get some food and then we planned to go back to the venue to, practice a little bit longer. Like the tournament is literally still playing. We go back there and they're like, no, you can't come in. Like, even though there's people, there's a shit ton of people there, it's like, it's just annoying. That happened last time when we were watching the tournament and it's like 12:30 and it's like, yeah, no, if you
What the
leave,
hell
you
is
leave.
this?
So it's like, it's just stupid. It was getting me so tight.
even as a VIP, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm showing them the badge and I'm like, I don't know. Like, imagine you have to play in bracket and
You
they're
know
like,
I
yeah,
am,
you
like-
can't come in. Like, at the end of the day, I left before like top 4 or whatever because I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to sleep at Jags. Like it. I wasn't a fan, and I wasn't a fan last year. So I feel like there's just big scheduling issues, big
Crazy.
venue issues that personally turns me off. And also, I'll give it up to whoever was nicer. Whoever was nice during that time. So that's a number plus.
Was it?
I thought it was nice. I live in New
It was
York
not
right
even
now.
bad in Texas.
It
Wasn't as
horrible
good.
here.
It wasn't as good like as last year, but it was still.
Did y'all
Terrible.
not see the ocean right outside the venue?
I forgot about that.
That's different. That's different.
It was the flooding was actually so bad. It was actually
Like, what do you mean the weather was good? There was an
The
ocean
flooding?
outside.
Okay, but the temperature, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the incredible humidity after it rains.
No, it was literally like it just flooded like right outside of the venue, and then like the cars are going through.
Sonic
and,
Adventure 1 stuff like.
Yeah, and like whatever
It's like
sidewalk I'm on, it's just like where's chaos? Like literally where's chaos? Like the whole city's just oh god. Yeah, no, to like on what you're talking about, Sal. Like I've also felt like the schedule is not good for me either, which is why I was just like, okay, I don't even know, like, because even if like, okay, I got sick this weekend, even if I wasn't, it's just like, dude, I'm not built to play from 12 to 12:30 a.m. or whatever like that. Like that is just a lot. And then multiple times, like even like last year, it was bad too, because that same thing that happened to you, Ethan, happened to me, where they're like, okay, yeah, your match is gonna be at like this time. So like you know how like they told you to be there at like this is the time top 8 is gonna start. And then they told you were last after, so and you ended up playing at like what almost 8, right? We sat there, we just like
basically
did nothing.
That's
what happened to me.
Like, hey, you're gonna play at 7, and then an hour later.
6 months.
And I was just like completely sure that that was not happening, but either way, I was still there just in case. Like, you know, who knows? But
it's not even like something else took long. Like like Ultimate didn't start. We were like literally sitting there. It was like what? They just like watching Melee.
like I was playing Beastly, and then I just stopped because I was just like, this is gonna take too long. And then that was like 30 minutes like at least. And then I played him again to warm up, and I still had so much time. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, but you ran around him in that time. Like you just we didn't.
Yeah.
So what's something, since like there's been a lot of events lately that have had like scheduling issues and things of that nature. What's something besides like having a quad stream or having like dedicated recording setups and things of that nature do you guys think would help make a Sunday or whatever day, last day of the tournament, better for you guys as competitors who typically get very far in bracket? You know, like we could speak for like a top 32, top 16. It's like, okay, like usually a lot of people end a lot earlier than you guys do. So like, as people who typically are going to be there for the long haul, what do you recommend TOs or tournaments do to like help with that?
I mean, Japan just runs it off stream, and a lot of other tournaments just run a lot of the loser sets off stream, and even winner sets they'll just run it off stream because you just like you started that sentence and you said, well, without the quad stream, without this, whatever like that, which is like 2 alternatives. It's like, okay, well, the only other answer is run off stream.
Right.
Do you think it's worth it to go farther day 1, like make the pools harder? Because like I also think that's an option, right? Like, so whatever your first match after the round 1 pools would have been, it's like, okay, well that you play, and then it's like top 32 on Sunday. So then even if they want to go that route, it's half of the matches. And then it's like you're still warming up to play the hard match anyway, instead of like, hey, you just woke up, top player.
I also agree with that.
I was gonna say like
there's one thing. Oh, you can go.
Okay. So like if they're gonna make the day 1 like have more matches, and then the next day have like top 32 or whatever, just make sure that it doesn't start at 11 in the morning or something like that, so where you actually have time to warm up and be ready to play a good level player. You're not just like messing up everything. And then like if it has to be off stream, make it be off stream. And don't make such biggest breaks of all time. And yeah, pretty much it.
So here's an idea that I've low-key heard about and I think is implemented at some Japanese tournaments. Japan tournaments, they're the goats at like their scheduling. They will have 1-day events with the same amount of entrants and it'll be done way faster than top 64. You know, like basically everyone has a phone. If you're going to a Smash Bros tournament and you don't have a phone, your priorities are just not there, or you're literally 10 years old. If you have a phone, you can go to Smash GG and see what your pool is, right? What you can do as the like pool captain or whoever is running the Smash GG, you are able to like set that a match is called and like where it can be. So for example, if I'm playing like when I was playing in Japan, I could see, oh, I was called at like station 250. I'll go to station 250 because I'm keeping on top of where I have to be and when I have to play. So I'll go there and then we'll play the set and then report it. We don't have to wait for a pool captain to call us. We don't have to wait for like, if you don't come by a certain time with the pool captain just yelling out loud, like looking for people, because you know, some people like, that's just different. That's person to person stuff. If you're able to just like go on your phone and check what you can do, that makes it so much easier for everybody and efficient time-wise, because if they don't show up to their like setup in like 10 minutes, that's a DQ.
Automatically
you should have checked. You know, you didn't have to wait for someone to be like, oh, like I didn't hear your voice. You didn't like you could have checked your phone. You know, and I think that's like genuinely really like that should be implemented. So,
For sure. Like
Yeah,
that
no,
sounds
that makes
really
sense.
yeah.
It's literally automated. Like it's just like how the restaurants are there. You just clicked on the kiosk and you order your food, and it just a machine just like, hey, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
There could
Very
be other
efficient.
issues that arise from that with like say
Wow.
the
Yeah, I mean-
Wi-Fi and the
I mean,
venue
yeah,
being
I don't
bad
wanna
or
wait.
just
Like
the app
Supernova?
sucking.
How it's
or
always
the
bad
app
there.
sucking, or the app, just like the browser. But
The app.
I feel like I
We
feel
wish.
like if all the dominoes are like if it's all in a good way, like I feel like that on average should be more like that should be better than just like hoping that people come to the correct pool because you still gotta check on your phone which pool you're at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very true.
you can exit the venue unless they don't let you back in. You can exit the venue, check where you have to play, and then go back in. You know, like making it that's less work for everybody involved, honestly, which saves time. And
Yep.
as someone that values the time, and I'm sure everybody else values the time, like we need that. They need to be like it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I think it's definitely because I feel like Japan, they're just. I guess it's not just top players; it's everybody. Like they're reliant on everyone being competent enough to like make sure the event goes on a smooth pace, as you were saying. So I feel like top players in the States, we could also just like we be responsible for our pool and like not like run our own pool, but like at least help it go faster because like something has to give at some point because there's too many events this year that I could remember off the top of my head. That's like very like poor schedule, poor timing, whatever it may be. Like they just want to stream too much. I don't understand why the culture for North American tournaments is like we have to stream 85% of the bracket or else this is a failed tournament. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Well, it's because people that aren't there get mad when they don't like. Do you remember what happened at I forget which tournament it was, whether it was Collision or Let's Make Moves Miami or something last year, where WebJP beat Light, and everyone was just like, "How dare you not stream this set? This tournament is a sham." And it's just like, okay, so like,
Yeah,
people
but
don't want to deal with that.
COs can just be like, and just continue.
I mean, you're
like,
not wrong.
If the venue has good Wi-Fi, people can also stream it on their phones. They can also just be recording setups. There could just be budget streaming setups where it's just the gameplay and like
No
like,
commentary,
you know,
so it doesn't take time to switch.
yeah,
out.
literal multiple quad streams, recording setups. Like I think recording setups is like a thing was more popular like back in the
Brawl
day.
days?
Not to be an old man, but like back in the brawl days, we had like so many tables that were just recording setups, and it's like we understood that that's where the footage was going to be, so that's what it was. We had like a main stream, maybe a secondary stream, and then like 12 recording setups. And it's
Yeah, again, like
cool.
Mewtwo King Ocean, one of the most legendary brawl sets, was literally on a recording setup. Like, it wasn't on the main stream because it was like 17th place or something. So, like, it didn't make it there. But instead of, like, I feel like, you know, them putting it on stream would happen nowadays, right? They'd be like, oh my God, we have to do this. And then it would make the tournament last an extra hour.
That's so
I think
funny to me because I feel like every
He's
time I see a
dead.
legendary brawl set, it's
Ah,
just
nice
like
the eye, bro.
gameplay. Like every time.
yeah,
I'm just like, oh, that makes sense.
because we weren't as much like
Game
famous
match
about it back then.
on
We'll
Yoshi's
play, man. We'll
Island.
play.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I missed that stage.
You had to be there. You knew the audio if you were there.
Hooray.
But like I don't know, I think quad streams, recording setups, more top players just streaming things, you know, or people in general just streaming things, like anything to get footage out there to help tournaments run more efficiently. Like I don't know, TOs are just way too worried about. They're way too worried about things that don't matter in the long run,
Oh, Sephiroth.
and it damages
I've
the
not versus
tournaments
matches in a while.
significantly. And I don't understand why they're so willing to just let that be a thing.
Because they make money from advertisers, but also it's not like the stream's not going to exist anyway.
There's also like what's gonna pay more, like streaming some random nobody really cares top 64 set, or the tournament going over like over the
Yeah, like having to pay extra venue fee.
Yeah, what's worse, a $10,000 fine or
like, let's be for real, guys.
yeah.
I mean, true.
I think people are just. I think like Eric said, people are just scared of backlash and scared of letting people down. And like I think a lot of players in that top 64 bracket, it's like,
oh my god,
this is like maybe their first time or like one of the few times that they make it that far, so they feel more entitled to have their set recorded or streamed because it's their first time and they want it to be like meaningful for them. And it's like, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Bring your own recording setup. If we're on the topic of bringing your own equipment to tournaments, you can record your own setups. Like,
you want to know the most extreme like offense of this is just like, I feel like when I was backstage, I was sitting there and I was just like watching. I was getting really tired, but like, you know how Gact went up there and basically got like 9-stocked by like Sonics or whatever.
It was really bad.
He came off and I think he just said, "I'm too tired."
Right.
Yeah, like it's. I think obviously the grand finalists are two people that are outliers in terms of keeping energy for a long time.
They save energy. They don't do anything.
Let's talk about it now.
I'm just saying, like.
Well, in the
timing
probably the worst
I feel like
character on.
Spoilers for whoever doesn't know.
It's really
Grand
exhausting.
Finals was Sonics and Shiny Mark, two players who very much are in love with the concept of a clock. So like whoever invented the clock, like they are #1 supporters.
It's true.
They just I think they have such a unique skill that they're playing the in-game and out-of-game game. Like they are making you exhausted, they are making you angry, they are making you pissed off.
The rest of the bracket gonna take longer, so then they win
like,
if you fall asleep.
Like it's insane that like people like those two players, and there's many more players like that, but they have so much extra stamina because they're not wasting it on getting frustrated by
themselves.
Yeah. Because like I'm the one doing it, so I'm not mad. I'm chilling. That's why it was cool seeing them fight each other. That I'm just like, this is gonna take 1,000 years. Who's gonna get angry first?
No way.
It's also the only. It's so funny to me because, like, obviously, as Pika player, I don't like timing people out. I play against Sonic like that because you can't approach him, and then obviously Sonic doesn't have great actual approaching options, so he can't just deal with Siege Hold super well. So it ends up just being a lot of nothing, which to me is very funny. Like, can't be pro player or not. But yeah, I did not watch the grand finals yet because that was.
I'm so excited to watch it. So you just want to save it for when you really have and
I'm gonna make a video that's literally that set and then Shattuck Spargo, which are going to be two very different vibes.
Yeah, one is exciting the entire time, and the other one is exciting the last 10 seconds.
Yes.
Of the entire set.
Oh, I think so. The game.
Maybe like 15. I don't remember when that parry happened.
Yeah, there were like 7 seconds left or something. I don't know.
No, it's crazy. So I guess now that we're talking more about the tournament itself and not criticizing TOs, how dare we? Let's talk about the three of you, your individual runs. So let's start with Mutace.
I'll just go first. Yeah, literally. I went and I just, I think I just need to be more mean about like the whole thing. It's just because.
What the whole thing?
So like, when an event is like, oh, okay, I'm paying your flight and your hotel, whatever like that. I was like, after Patrick, I was like kind of feeling like kind of bad, but I was like, I think I'm okay because it was like it started before. I was like, I think I'm getting better. I'll be fine. And then I went, and
if you haven't noticed in the top left,
and I was just sick. And I was like, well, this got worse.
And then you can also hear
the like
voice
atmosphere in like Mexico and just like the hotels and all that stuff like that. It made my allergies so much worse.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I just like, couldn't breathe. My sinuses
there we
clogged.
There we go.
By the way, flying with its clogged sinuses is not fun. On the way back,
it's the worst.
It hurt.
It actually hurt like a lot. I was like,
yeah.
really bad.
I did that like last year. I thought I was having like an aneurysm. I was just like,
Yeah, my brain was getting hacked. I was just like, oh, okay.
yeah.
So now, so now in like a couple of minutes, it should be not minutes. It should be on the
Very bad.
the video.
So yeah,
Instead of basically sitting around waiting forever, I figured if you don't want to watch a boring, like if somebody plays Sonic, basically, this is how I get away. This is how I keep people's attention.
It's like it's kind of endearing, I guess. It's like everyone's like thinks very highly of me, and they're like, oh wow, like Steve and
all
like DK Peach is even. I'm just like, why is it always Steve is broken and DK Peach is even? Why is it not Mutex is trash? Like, can we just like?
No, you're way too good to be garbage. Like,
no, like
Spargo can be a fraud and be washed. You are special, kid. Like,
I was just like, there's no way I get sick and then this happens, and then everyone's just like talking about all this stuff like that. I mean, I guess like many other people after that too, so it's like even worse.
Gotcha.
Of a problem, which is why people go for Steve specifically.
Yeah.
But
so
like,
are you essentially saying that you should not have gone to the tournament?
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have.
Normal boots.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
normal
the way-
boots.
when
Are
I was
you in the
playing, I
normal
physically
boots?
could
Are
not,
you in
like,
the arena?
Play like I was like so like zoned out. I couldn't do anything. And at that point, like I literally should have just like DQ'd because I was like trying to beat Manny just because I was like, okay, well, this is the last match of the day, so hopefully if it's like fine, maybe I'll feel better tomorrow. And I was trying to buy medicine over there, and like, dude, their medicine isn't as strong. They don't like sell it to you like that. Like the NyQuil is like stronger than the Vicks they sell over there, and I was trying to like take like Dayquil or something like that, but I didn't bring any. But yeah, no, I didn't feel good. And then Ethan, you guys were on like the fourth floor or something like that. You know,
On the eighth.
you got okay. You
No,
know
but
how
I heard
I was
anything.
on the first floor, right?
Yeah.
It was literally like the loudest music ever, and it played until like 2 a.m. The restaurant was right under me, and they were just blasting music under me the entire time. And I was like, this is insane. I put my headphones in and everything with noise canceling. I could still hear it. I'm just like vibrating under me. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And I couldn't breathe either. And then also my AC wasn't
That's
working
rough.
the first day, and I had to call them to like come fix my AC on the first day too. It was just ridiculous. I was just like, this is stupid. And yeah, no, I honestly should just like DQ. It's like fine because I don't really care about my rankings, but the whole like all these things that people start making up is just kind of stupid. Like on Twitter or whatever the fuck like that. Oops. That's how annoyed I am. Yeah, and
Real talk, you know?
yeah,
As in saying things
Oh
like Peach
shit!
DK's
Is he
even.
dead?
it's really not. It's just whatever.
Well, clearly.
If I can't see
DK
the
wins.
screen, you win.
Almost. Oh my gosh! It's the
yeah,
trailer.
and I think we got some people sick. So
It's
that
the
sucks. I
trailer.
didn't think I was
Mario
like,
versus
The
Sephiroth.
entire team's
because I took 2 COVID tests and it was like negative.
Oh, Mario
I
just
was like,
got
okay,
freaking
I'm
trailer.
not dead.
Mario's ass
yeah.
just got trailer
Oh,
on
well.
him.
It happens. What can you do?
Zomba.
Yeah, Mr. Sal, how about you? What was your how was your run?
I didn't do too great. I got like 17th or something. I don't know. Pools and everything. Every match I won, I pretty much dumpstered my opponent. And then I don't know, when I fought like actual hard players, it just felt I could just feel like I know I didn't want to be there. Like I originally, before I was doing Smash Factor, I had a different tournament that I planned on doing. That the Buzz won, so I was lucky a little jelly of him. But the whole time I was at Smash Factor and playing in bracket and like actually practicing for bracket. To me, it just felt like low key a waste of time. You know what I mean? The vibes for me didn't feel ready, and it was like coming immediately from Patchwork to Smash Factor, which was like I've done a lot of tournaments back to back to back, and been fine because I knew I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I knew I didn't really want to do Smash Factor, and coming in, how I came in on Friday in the afternoon, and I was like, okay, like I guess I got to play in a super major tomorrow now. It just didn't. It just didn't feel serious to me in the sense of like, I don't know. It wasn't a good outing for me. I didn't want to play, but I still played because kind of have to. And there's not even anything of like, oh, they invited me, so I feel obligated to go. Like they didn't give me free hotel. They're not paying for my flight. There's other factors. So I didn't really care. It was like I kind of had to be there So I did what I had to do, and it just felt like I couldn't
No
play
way he passes this.
actually like
He just
myself.
passed it. He just
Yeah.
exited. He
And I
takes his
just
one win and he moves
unfortunately
on to his
culminated
life.
to doing pretty
Damn.
bad.
He'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, what happened? Why did you miss your first flight?
That's a crazy troll question.
What do you call
okay.
it? My girlfriend
Alright,
was
good.
staying over with me after patchwork.
Enough
We were
said.
just hanging out, and what do you call it? When we were packing and stuff like that, I thought I packed my passport. I didn't pack my passport, and I got to the airport. I live pretty close to the airport, so usually that would be fine. But low key, I was cutting it really, really close for the flight because, like, normally it wouldn't matter because I have pre-check. Newark Airport, low key, doesn't take that much long. But the second I got there, and then I got past security, or I got past like the first one before you actually give like everything. Like you got to go through.
Oh, like check in.
Yeah, I got past that, and then someone like said the word passport, and then in my head I was like, I don't have my passport. Immediately, I start checking for flights for tomorrow because that was the last flight for that day that I was capable of doing. So I tried finding one, and I was able to find one for literally free, like because it was the same price or whatever. So there was no like.
I don't know what it is, but
downside
like
for doing
recently
that. I
with my
just had to stay
controllers,
here longer,
mashing has been
which
such a
I didn't
freaking.
complain, but
It's been
yeah, I
so
just
hard to
left the
deal with.
passport in my
It's
room
so
and
annoying
completely
when my
forgot
mashing
about
literally
the fact that
determines some
Mexico is
matchups.
a different country that would require
Like
a
literally, if
passport
you can't
until
mash in this matchup,
some
and
random
if you get hit by
TSA
freaking
guy
a
said the
roller,
word
the one
passport.
move Inklings loves
Happens.
spamming,
Yeah.
like
Fair enough.
24/7. Yeah, there
I've
goes
done
a
that
stock.
before when I was going to Canada.
Yeah, like
Zombo, remember the time I saved your life at
oh my god,
it was
so
Ludwig's? Yeah.
I had to beg that Uber driver to get me back and then take me back to airport. I remember giving him all the cash I had, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
So wait, what was that story?
We were rooming together at Ludwig's, and it was like super late, and he just left, and I was like, okay. And then I was just chilling on the bed, I was like, la la la, and then I just got up, and then I looked, and I was like, well, my wallet is not black, and that is a black wallet sitting there, and there was only
Oh
like
my
one other person in
gosh,
this
the
room, so I
coverage
opened
of
the
that was
wallet, and I was like,
insane.
I see.
Playing
And then I just texted him like,
specifically
yo,
throwing it
I
upwards
don't think you're gonna be
to
able to make it
condition
through
him
that
to
flight.
roll was just
Like
insane.
and then he just texted
No,
me
but
like,
I have my passport. We're fine. Like,
it was like I saw the little typing bubble for a little bit. It was like, oh my god, or something like that. And then he started coming back, and I had to go
Well,
meet him at
time
the
to run
door.
your
And
enough.
then I went to like where the Uber's
Time
picked
to
you
run
up.
it.
I handed it to him, and then he just got back in the car. And he was already going like perfectly on time. You know what I mean? To do that, to make the trip come back and go back, and then he was like kind of messed up.
Oh crap! I didn't mix.
well,
I didn't.
right?
I didn't
Yeah,
change
it
the
was
Yeah.
perspective.
Well, thankfully, from the strip to the airport, it's like
10 minutes.
very, very close.
There,
So
that's my bad, chat.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
You've
he was
been
cutting
seeing
it
like for like
close.
half
No,
the
I
screen
get
or
it, I
whatever.
get it.
close. Like
We spoke about that last time.
Seriously, those might be
sometimes
chat.
we have questionable
Might be.
flight practices.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely on the gang of I look you make it for boarding.
Make it for boarding.
Yeah, me, I always check a bag. So my rule is the latest you can check a bag is 45 minutes before departure. So I get there at 50 minutes. And I have pre-check, so I'm just like, as long as I can check my bag in, I'm golden.
Well, I think there's one elephant in the room. Someone that actually,
Someone who's actually at the tournament.
Right.
Someone that was there.
Yeah, Ethan, you were at S Factor 11, so why don't you tell us how your run went?
You say so. I'm just kidding.
That's crazy.
So yeah, started pools. I think I might have dropped a pool. I didn't drop a game.
It was all
And
best
then,
of 5, right?
yeah, it was all best of 5.
Cool.
And then I played Law. Lost like one game barely. But it was
There's
fine.
no way
I played, like,
Law.
Luigi, correct?
Wait,
Yeah,
Law.
him.
I
and
versed the
Luigi,
freaking.
Kairos Okan,
I versed the
and-
freaking
okay,
Game and
okay.
Watch called Law
And then
today,
Sunday,
and
played
I actually took a
Mo,
game off it.
the Ninja.
Game off
and
it.
there was
No,
game
not
5.
dehumanizing.
Ye-
I took a game off the fire.
Oh my god!
I have no
Okay,
idea.
Okay. So my history of Greninja is like so
No,
stuffed.
no, no,
'cause-
no,
okay,
no, no.
Just so everyone knows, I think it's a -1.
As in Greninja wins.
Yeah.
I can see
I
it.
played Tarek. I got in 3-0'd. To be fair, I think I played. Okay. I think every time I play Guitar Ninja, for whatever reason, I think I'm just playing so bad every time because I swear I will always know exactly what they're going to do, and then I'll barely misposition myself and I'll explode because I'm getting hit by one of their 10 million combo starters. And then so like I played Tarek, like it was like top 8, like the first set, so I was like shook, I guess, whatever. I played like Ice Knight. It was like day 2 of Gateway Legends regional.
Come on, if I would
and
have had that,
it was like in
if
the
I would have
morning,
had that, I
like
could
my
have been
first set,
called.
and
I
I
could
got
have been. I could have made
obliterated.
a thing called
And then I
doing.
played Mo, and
No,
I lose game 1. And I'm
there's
just like,
no way
not
he
this
just hit me
again.
with that
And
freaking
The eye rolls were
bullshit.
crazy.
They were years.
the entire weekend. Okay, when it comes to me and like when bad stuff happens to me, I'm just like,
He's not
this is
sick.
just so funny. Like it's just so funny. That's
No!
like, it's just because I'll get mad for like one whole second. I'm just like, oh, whatever,
Bro,
And then
I'm such
I'm
a
just like, okay, whatever.
scrub.
Okay, move on, like please. So game 2 is like Kalos, and then he trades with me like on my second stock. He dies. I live though, and I make a
Well.
comeback. As I do, and then
Comeback was crazy.
It is
Yeah,
what
and then
it
game 3,
is.
I'm like
It
winning the entire
is
time.
what it
Get edge
is.
guarded at like 50. I did kind of troll, but like it's
Oh wait.
kind of easy to troll,
Yeah,
like in that sense.
No.
What else?
Don't stream
Game
that.
4, I
Switching my
like.
character. I'm
No, I
done
think she's
losing.
talking. And then game 5,
I'm done losing. I'm
I
just
am
gonna switch
again
my
winning,
character to
and
my
then
freaking brawler.
I get hydro pumped 2 times in a row.
Bruh, you know what? I
One
did
time
not.
I'm like facing your direction, I don't
El
know
Diablo?
it, and so I just be like
Here, El
the
Diablo.
completely
You want
wrong
my
way.
spot? Here,
And then I like barely, like kind of barely close out the game. I was
El
like,
Diablo. Take it.
lol.
I like when you
And
laugh. When you
Yeah.
like, I know
Okay,
it's
so
not
should I?
meant to be disrespectful, but it is very funny.
Dude,
I
that
was getting so
laugh
mad
had
for
me
you.
rolling.
What did you say, Sal?
I was getting so bad for you when I was watching that set because he kept popping off every single game. He even did like a mid stock pop off, and I'm like, if I
I didn't
was
even know
you,
about that one.
if that was me, I would be so toxic. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah, I'm sure. I was just like,
He literally laughed in his face.
I would do more.
That's pretty toxic.
it's not the first time I've been loud to my face. Someone's just, oh my god. Anyways,
Dude,
um,
so funny.
and then I play Lima, who obviously like is really tough draw for me. I ended up winning 3-1 though. I like played like a lot better that set. Like I was doing stuff that like I never done against him before. Like he did forward off ledge. I parried it. The first one, immediate F tilt explode. I literally never do that. And like he did. I feel like when I play Lima, like Lima is such a demon for me. Like even to this day, like some part of me is still shook. Like it's just Bale as a character and like how he knows me so well. But like even game 3, like I just SD'd like my last stock. And I was just like, okay, game 4. It's that, and it's just always like I'll be living because people will see me live to 200% against Bale and like just die, man, like just die. And I'm just like, oh, like you don't understand like why I'm trying to live so long because I get put at 0% and I am fighting for my life.
Yeah, it's like once you die at 240, it's like, oh, you're at 20.
Equally as likely to die.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like Lima's at like 110, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm the real one losing here, methinks. But yeah, I still won. So I was really happy about that. And then I played Chag, and I'm like really good against Palu, like very, very good against Palu. And so he tried Min 2 games, and it didn't work out for him. And so I won set 3-0. And so basically after that, I like.
Then you waited 3 hours.
Yeah, I went to go eat. As I was eating, I was like, I like really need to go lay down. So I went to the hotel, laid it down in the darkness. Even my dad gave me a whole massage because my body started like hurting. Like I guess I was kind of starting to feel the sickness. And then went back to the venue.
They let you back in? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? Started playing with Beastly, and then I was like, what's happening? I was looking at the stage because we're backstage, and I'm like, there's like nobody there. It's like 6 o'clock already. I'm just like, hello. I'm not sick anymore, anyway. And then yeah, so I stopped playing, and then I finally played Gact, and oh my god, me, Mute, and Beastly like prepared for that set so much. It was like, okay, so Gact's gonna do this and that, and so what you're gonna do is this and that, this and that. And I started playing the set. They were both so very right, and I knew they were right. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I kept messing everything up / not going for anything. And I was just like, oh my god, classic me. And so I lose 3-1.
Is that classic you?
No, that's classic me. Like no.
Oh, isn't it like old school you?
No, like like I'm so the type to just overthink things, I guess, and like if I do not play my game plan properly, I was just get like super mad at myself, and like it just doesn't go good. And so I was like, I lost, whatever. I know what I did wrong. I know what I did right. So I'll be
feel
over
like,
it.
I feel like that set made me think I should have left you alone. I was like,
I kind of thought that afterwards too, like low key, because just like there was just so much overload. I think there was overload in information, like maybe.
yeah.
But
Because every single time you got hit by it, you were like, "Oh my god!" Like I know what I should be doing, but I was like, maybe your
Yeah.
natural flow would have just been better. But then
It
after
might
the
have
other
been.
set, I was like, "Well, we can give and take here."
Yeah, cause okay, so then I played Spargo, and that was like the least prepared for any set I had that the entire weekend. I was like, so that was just like raw me. And so like that set, I was like just like game 2 was happening. I was like, okay, he's doing this and that, this and that, and so I'm gonna adapt right now. So the game 2 is a clean game. He let me go with Kalos, which he doesn't usually do that. I was like, whatever.
I know he likes Kalos because I remember I had to tell him a long time ago, like, you should stop letting Pikachu players go here. Like, stop doing that. You're letting me beat you for no reason. He was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, game 3 happens. He like gets the better of me.
All right, Chad, give me a
And
minute.
then
I'm gonna get some water.
So I
get
got
my
back here
glasses.
into forwarded, and I was like, wait, that's like
I'll
real?
be back.
I was
Peace.
like, I got hit by like the real.
I will be
combo,
back,
like,
Chad. Just
'cause
give me a
honestly, I
minute.
remember I countered the fair like the last time it happened to me. So that happened. I was like, oh, this is very bad. And then I forward smashed. Like I was not normal get up. I forward smashed the other way, and I think he jumped, air dodged down, managed to get behind me, shielded, and then up smashed like behind me. And I was just like, oh my god, everything's going wrong. And then I take like 50% of my last stock, and I'm just like laughing about everything. Like if you see like my camera, I'm just like, and then we lock in or whatever. I basically
just casually 3 stocks.
Yeah,
or
I like it like a pin, do Corin things, pin him again, do more Corin things. He loses his jump, bait the air dodge, pin the up B. Like it's so funny because I've done that so many times. I've done it so many times for it to happen. But happening there was like a different case, obviously, because it's Fargo. And the game 5 was really close. And I clutched it out with like an F smash.
You be doing that to these top players.
I was super happy about that. Yeah,
I love that F smash. I was like,
it's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally the same as the Sonic's F smash. It's the same thing.
But yeah, I
like being able to read the words that you said perfectly afterwards in your pop off. It's very obvious what you're saying.
Yeah. I was actually just like, wow, I actually did that. Cause like Spargo's just a player that like I've always thought like I could beat him. And whenever I would play him in bracket, I was just like, I am not like matching like the level of skill that I know I can and like to play against him. And so that was like the first time where I felt like I was actually like keeping up at some point. And so I was like, okay, thankfully it took long enough. And so
I always felt like you over respected him, like which is why you get like pace.
Yeah. And there were just be so many times where like some things would just catch me off guard like barely, and I'm just like, but yeah. So that's what happened, and then I played Sonics, who we once again like prepared for a decent amount. I had to beat him at Luminosity, and this is the next time I played him. I went down the first 2 games. The second game, I definitely like choked. And then I started reverse GOing him. Game 5, he gets like I think he's got like 2 good edge guards or something.
Yeah.
And I started reverse stalking him, and then it's like too late. It's like too late. And I'm just like, it's whatever. Like he's probably gonna go farther than me, maybe because he probably has way more energy than me right now, for a multitude of factors. But yeah, that was basically my run. Fourth was a fair end to the season for me, so I'm happy about that. And yeah,
Fourth with a Spargo win's pretty good.
Yeah, and also the fact that you went like, I was talking to Beast, like the fact you brought Sonics to that game 5, like after that game 2, most people losing that game 2 would have been like a death sentence for like and it would just been like edited to 3-0. But like that's what I'm talking about. I was just like, oh my god. Like, you gotta stomp it out, or you're gonna come back. Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
that's very cool. I'm really happy that you beat Spargo back. I was sad to see you lose to Sonics, but like you said, it is what it is. You had plenty of wins on him this season as well.
Mhm.
So now I think this would be a first time thing for us in the den. We're going to introduce the man who avenged you for losing to Sonics and who ultimately won S Factor 11, Shiny Mark. How you
What's
doing,
up,
man?
guys? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Alrighty,
my goat.
cool. All things considered, I'm doing well. I'm sick, unfortunately, so definitely feeling a little under the weather, but obviously I'm insanely happy. I still think to this moment it's kind of crazy, like the first time you win a major to like believe it. But it happened, and I knew I was able to for a while, so I'm glad it finally happened.
Long overdue. I know we have all believed in you for a while. It's good to finally see it happen. I know some people in this call are really happy to see Pikachu do well because a lot of people have been thinking Pikachu is not that great anymore. Um, so it's really refreshing to see you prove all those people wrong and just to like prove yourself correct. Because like you said, you've believed in yourself for the longest time. So many people have believed in you. Like it must have felt like just the sigh, like the breath that you let out once you won and like it hit you. Like it must have felt so validating for so many different reasons. And
Insanely, yes.
the emotion was really, really incredible to see. Especially since it ended so late, you were still so emotional and so
God,
like,
that
into
I'm actually
winning.
I'm
That was
really
clean.
surprised that I like held it down for that long because um they were streaming pretty much every single set of the tournament. So even before top eight, like the difference between one player playing their next set was taking a lot, you know. So there was definitely a moment where I eventually went out to grab a snack, and then I uninstalled everything. Basically, uninstalled mostly Twitter, um, and Discord to just kind of like write some notes, you know, and stay like locked in, basically.
That's why it took you a couple
Uh,
hours to respond to me.
Yes,
Got it.
basically, because I'm definitely like I was listening to the podcast right now because I knew I was gonna join, and I heard
Bro,
Sadek mentioned
this is how
like
it goes. I'm winning until he gets
like
diamond.
having
Then he
way too
goes,
much information in
"Ding!"
your head definitely clouds it up a ton, you know, and you start getting nervous, you start overthinking interactions. So like my sweet spot for playing well is when I'm not feeling basically any emotion at all during the sets, and I can just think a few things objectively, you know, that I have to take before the set, basically, you know, and then just do what I know to do, you know.
So I think a lot of people
Bro, how
who
did I
may not
fall
know
for?
you as well, if you don't mind, I want to ask if you can like take us through your process of how you prepare, in general, like how you prepared for this tournament, pre-local, the tournament itself, or grands, like all your opponents, like what goes into your preparation process.
Well, usually I always try to balance I call it a triangle of improvement, which is playing, theory
What?
crafting, and bot reviewing. I tend to be the type of person that loves the theory part of the game a ton more in terms of, you know, just taking notes and then bot reviewing. I I don't really play the game that actively. Or I should say, I didn't play the game that actively until like around like a month ago or so ish. Basically, after Comic Palooza happened,
I'm
which we don't need to talk about. But basically, I knew that I need to be like very
if I
warmed up
lose this,
for
I'm ending
tournaments going
stream.
into them, you know, uh, to kind of just not doubt myself at all. And then, other than that, it's I think things that you can just intuitively think of, like looking at the bracket, looking at the possible opponents, and just making a list of like, okay, these matchups I'm really comfortable in. These matchups
Yo,
I'm not comfortable at
let's-
all in. Let me just pot all my money into preparation for these,
Ah,
and
what the?
that's basically how I structure it. One thing that a lot of people ask me over the weekend is like, how do you prepare for matchups that haven't happened at top level with Pikachu? You know, because there's so many like there's only so many bots of either me or Isam winning some matchups, you know, and there's still a ton of matchups that still haven't been won by Pikachu or just haven't been on stream at all. That's one thing that I want to like tell people to do. You can probably just look up at like the worst loss of the player you want to beat, basically, or the character you want to beat, and just kind of like look at the winners options, basically. Just kind of like correlate that to like bad positions that they won neutral in. Just try to find those winning spots for your own character, and if the character is flexible enough, then you should be able to make some magic happen.
Yeah,
I have a
it's
question.
really interesting.
Tell me.
What? So like in my head, I would think that Meister was your like biggest win there in terms of like mentally because Game and Watch.
Yeah.
But I was curious if that was true or if you had a different set that you were like happier that you won. Like you obviously won the tournament beating Sonics. But I didn't know if like you beating Meister was like, okay, no matter how well I do at this point, like I beat Meister offline at a major.
I think I was happier at beating Meister at the pre-local because that was like the first time I was like, okay, I can do this offline and I can just time him out. On the other side, I was
Dude,
pretty happy that I beat
It's just
Meister.
my god.
I guess
It's
the
just that
normal
like
way without
I
a
literally
timeout.
I literally been doing so well, and then I just I don't know what happened. My
I
brain
think
went.
Sonics just
I don't know.
adapted
My brain
really,
just.
really hard and had a ton of momentum in grand finals. So it was definitely a ton more stressful than any other set I had played up until that point, especially because of the
I
time,
seriously don't
how
know what
tired
was
he
going
was,
on
Sonics' momentum.
Sakurai's
So I
head when
lost
he got
set one
okay.
kind
We're
of
gonna have the
convincingly.
coolest,
Then I was
the
pretty
most
proud of
pop,
like
the
how much I
most
adapted
popular
on set
characters
too.
in
Like I
gaming.
consciously
Steve
told
from
myself to
Minecraft.
change a few
He's
things,
going on his
and it
head.
worked out pretty well.
Everyone's thinking, all right, we need him the most badass,
Okay.
most
What are some
badass
things that
moveset
you
ever.
feel like
And then it gives like,
Sonics
and then
was
Sakurai shows,
lacking
and then
when he was playing
Sakurai
you?
shows
That,
off
or like,
jab,
were there
jab,
holes in his
jab, jab,
gameplay that
there
you
he
were like,
goes.
okay, he's
What
not
do you guys think?
recognizing this that I'm doing, or
Genius,
he's not
genius.
used to dealing with like this
That's
Pikachu option?
seriously.
Like, were there certain
Like,
things that you're picking apart and just
I
kind
don't
of
care
like
that Steve's
abusing
broken.
as time went on?
I just
I
care that
think at this
he's
point there's
the
basically
same
no
level as
secrets between the
stupidity
two of us.
and
We just both know how Pikachu and
like
Sonic work.
coolness
As you
as
know, we
Game and
just play
Watch.
pretty much every single like
And I think
every
that
2
really
weeks
shows
in
something, to
Coinbox,
be honest.
So very little secret information at all. If anything, I
Yeah.
just think that he had me. For example, there were some times that he tracked me really well on stage when I was
Counter.
like rolling or repositioning or drifting off stage, etc. But he didn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know if he just chose to prioritize stage control. But I definitely felt like I was getting
Okay,
away
got it.
unpunished a few times.
What's up?
I feel like you kind of do that to people
What's up
because
in
you
Yeah.
what's up in hello?
because you
What's
are
up in
so
hello
often
to the two
passive, but then
viewers?
of course you mix in like the kind of
We're
no,
just
of, like I
chilling,
mean this as a
playing
loving way, like a dumb
Just
offensive
chilling,
option.
playing
So
some
people are
Smash
like stun
Bros,
locked. They're
having
like,
a good, having a
are
good
you
time.
gonna do the stupid aggressive thing or the thing that you usually do? And it freezes people a lot.
Yeah. That's something I heard from there was a top player that I played warming up. I forgot who it was. I think it was Ramen actually, Mr. R. Where he told me the same thing. I was just like retreating a ton, and then eventually he's like, "Oh, you just turn on the offensive randomly once, and it like super worked, Because yeah, I'm gonna be like dash backing, I'm gonna be repositioning like 10 times in a row, but then I will run up and grab
That's
you because I know
20%.
you're gonna be in the corner in a bad position. The risk reward is good, and or I congestioned you basically, right?
Oh boy.
Definitely doesn't always work, but I think that's been the little bit of aggressive spark that kind of tuned up a little bit of my gameplay, whereas in the past, I was just always defensive, and I'm pretty sure you remember that, Isam.
Damn, got a horror mania. Let's go.
You still don't go for big offensive reads in terms of like advantage,
Yeah,
but you
like Thunder.
definitely hold forward sometimes in neutral. Like when you have it, you have it. Like you took 2 stocks from Meister in like 45 seconds, which was like what? And that was game 5 of the set you played. So you have it in you. You just choose not
he's
to.
He's also going for thunders more often now. A lot of
went for
times
a combo thunder and then one other thunder.
I'm just saying. I saw him thunder and I was like, Eric can't get mad anymore. He's doing it ever.
Wait, did you do it versus Sonics? Because I haven't watched Grand Finals yet.
I think I got like 2 thunders, but they were combo thunders. Yeah.
Drift thunders broke and
I think to add on to what you were saying about Sonics, like getting nervous and stuff, I've talked to him after a couple of the times that he's gotten second in all these tournaments because he's the Mr. R of this game. And he tells me that it's definitely like he does get more anxiety and more nervous when it's grands because it's like the last thing he hasn't conquered, and he just like all of those like emotions and thoughts and like
But
can
he's
you
won a
actually do it?
major.
Okay, but not really. Which one did he win?
Yes, really. He won.
He won
priority.
two. He won
fourth
Gommel
priority.
last year, and he won
Yeah, it doesn't
What
count.
two
priority?
majors last year. Which
That was last year. That was
He
last year.
won
Get over it.
already.
Oh no, I'm just saying. When I talk to him,
Hmm.
I
that's
get
what
it.
he says. That he's
Okay.
like the hump is like consistently winning. I guess like he'll win every now and then, but like there's a bunch of times that he'll just get second, and he just like adds on this extra pressure to himself. So like, I don't know. I try to tell him not to get into his head too much because when he's not in his head, he's ridiculous. Like,
That's one thing I wanted to like super slightly touch upon.
Okay, that was an
I'm
interesting.
like the same
that was an interesting
way,
option.
and honestly, I think it might be a personal thing. Like, obviously, you never know like what's
Oh.
going on in other people's head. Especially because like as competitors, we don't want to like show weakness to the other competitors, you know. But personally, I definitely am such an overthinker, and if I start overthinking, I crumble super duper bad. So I have no idea how I did it for that grand finals. And honestly, Sonics at the start of the set, like set one, he just like was on everything. He just punished me for absolutely everything. One of the best advantage states I've ever had to deal with. Speaking as Pikachu, and you know, set two, he didn't drop
That's
like
very
huge
sweet of you.
things.
That's
I
very
think the
sweet of
biggest
that.
drop that I can
Thanks.
think of was the
He wants the
last
CMB
up
battle.
throw backer that he dropped.
I don't know
when
why.
had a lead in
I
game
have no
five.
idea why he wants the CMB battle, but
all the other drops were just
You
like
know.
neutral
I'm
spots
cool with
where
it.
I think he could potentially maybe get like a whiff punish, like a dash attack grab, where he just didn't choose to, and he just chose to like
Bruh.
poke with jab, and that got me like a reversal backer out of shield. You know, maybe he didn't think I was gonna be ready for it, but I definitely felt like I messed up positionally, and he just didn't decide to punish me. You know,
right.
so definitely that mental part, especially when you're up in the stage and you know the stakes are that high.
Alright, at least I took
Such
the
a
first
hard
stop.
thing to deal with, honestly.
Yeah. Also, may I say you are an absolute
Dude.
freak for going for that parry of that F smash. Like,
Yeah.
You know if that hit
actually
you died, right?
psycho.
Yeah.
The
I
people
don't
in
know.
the Pikachu Discord, Tess, and they were like, "Yeah, he's dead." I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, I know I was dead. I don't know why I did that, honestly.
I don't
And then
think
you
I
didn't
saw
even
the
go to up
parry.
smash him.
What'd you
I
say,
remember I saw
Shadow?
the-
Up
I
smash
was gonna
is
say, I remember I saw
not
the parry and
talked
I was
about.
like, okay, but why did I
enough.
feel like he was going to parry that though? Something about the F smash, it just felt so like I feel like you were ready for that, and you were ready for
Yeah.
that, and so you did. And I was just like, everybody losing their mind. I was like, okay, like low key, like I understand, like I get it.
One of I think one of the things that I do that a lot of people maybe don't think about is I segment matchups into like percents, and like positions, you know. And at that position, I was like, okay, the only thing that cheeses me right now is like spin fair with bat the eye, on the spin and forward smash, you know. So when I saw the forward smash, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can curse, but you know what I mean. I was like, oh, you know, and
We'll let it slide. Come on. What were you thinking?
OSH, you know. Let's keep it esports. Let's keep
He
it
said,
esports.
"Oh,
Looking for an org, looking for a sponsor. Hey, man. But like, I also felt like the timing for like when I saw him charging the forward smash, I felt like it was predictable timing. I don't know. I'm sure you guys understand it, but like for the viewers,
you
I felt
just
maybe
felt it.
exactly. You just felt like it was gonna be the predictable like slide charge into release. I was like, okay, let me parry, and then if not, I'm just gonna jump back away or something, you know. And thank God it worked.
Yeah, thank God. Like imagine, like oh gosh.
I wouldn't be here. I probably would be thinking about it.
Mhm.
You'd be on that bed face down, going, "God, I can't
Yep.
believe that hit."
And sick.
Yeah, but instead you're just sick.
Yeah, sick.
Dude, seriously,
So
that's
for those who
another
don't
up
know,
smash.
what do you,
I'm
what
not
do you
gonna
have
hit by
coming
another
up
up smash.
next
I'm not
for
gonna
you?
kill.
What's your next event?
So
Get off the
I think
platform.
the
Get off the
confirmed one is
platform.
Warehouse Wars. In 2
you're
weeks,
going?
I'm pretty sure.
Stop
Yes.
playing pumps.
okay.
Are you going?
Bro
as well?
thinks he's Bomberman.
Yeah, see you there.
I'll be there.
Uh-oh.
And then for the rest of one, like I've been invited to a few. Some I cannot mention, but basically it always
Let's go
depends
watch
on.
the throne.
No,
Please.
We will see. We will see.
That's
but
the thing. They haven't announced who they're invited yet, so
there's definitely more, but let's keep it low. Basically,
Bowling ball.
it definitely depends on my school schedule because this is my last semester, and they were always really nice to me, especially because one of my teachers used to compete in competitive cooking. So he, I guess, felt identified, and he was like, "Okay, go to your tourney, represent the country, all that. I can like do something later, like maybe I'll do like a different exam for you.
That's
Just do
sick.
your thing." But then eventually people started abusing that as well and started missing classes and stuff. So he was a little bit stricter with me like last year. And then this year, especially with exams, he's like, okay, just like please try not
Oh
to miss the
god, it's the
exams.
cheese. It's the
So I'm
cheese.
definitely
It's
doing
the
that for
cheese.
sure.
It's the
But
super
other than
cheese
that,
Like
like,
booster.
Supernova?
that's one of the reasons why I'm stating this because I am invited to Supernova, but I haven't confirmed because of that. Basically, I have to get the dates of the exams out of the way. Basically,
right.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah. Anybody
does
else have any questions for Mr. Shinymore?
So, do you think we beat Game and Watch now?
no, we don't beat
Okay.
Game & Watch. Absolutely
Hey man, you have some crazy opinions. I don't know.
No.
I have one question.
up?
I like watching player
Oh,
cams a lot.
oh my
and I was
goodness,
watching
that was
friends,
optimal. I should have
That's
side B.
not what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Anyways,
Oh, I think I know why you laughed. We can talk about it if you want.
No, I mean if you want. But what I was gonna say is like I would see like bad things happen to you, and like you're just laughing about it, and like I feel like it looks really casual to you, and I feel like players don't react in that sense. And so I was just like wondering like what goes on in your head when like things aren't going like well in the match. You know what I mean? Like I would see like Sonic would do something good like edge guarding, and you'd be like like, are you like aha? So I was like wondering what you think about in sense.
Usually, like if I laugh something off, it's because I knew there was like one possibility of something bad happening, and it's either because I'm laughing at myself of like, oh, I just gave it to them for free. Okay, let's move on. Or it's like, okay, you got it. That was like a really good play. Let's move on. I try to not stay in like moments of like being frustrated, basically. But other than that, again, as an overthinker, there's definitely gonna be future tournaments where I'm laughing it off, but in reality, I'm really tilted. For this tourney, that was not the case. It was just I was super locked in, and everything that happened, I was just like, okay, let's just keep doing the game plan. Unfortunately, like again, since I prepared for the matches, I prepared for Gact, I prepared for Sonics, I prepared for Meister. I had very
Okay, that was
segmented
kind of
parts
cool.
of the matchups down, so I was like, if I'm getting punished for something, it's very obvious to me like what I have to do to change it
This
up,
is surprisingly. This
so I
is a
was
good
never really
match.
stressed.
Not
There was
surprisingly.
never a
This is a
moment
fun
of like,
matchup.
I really don't know what to do. I don't know why they're outplaying me right now. So that's basically what it is.
Bro was trying to cheese me.
And now onto the other thing in player count.
Is it the tick?
The tick.
I don't know how you would
what's
call it.
what's the other thing? I don't know what this is.
Dude,
He sticks his tongue out a lot when
I
he's
want to
playing.
make a tweet and be like, if I want to just zoom into your face, and I was just gonna make a tweet and be like, if the gameplay isn't like this, I don't want it. Like,
Nobody's matching my freaking cam. Yeah.
Somebody
I don't
gotta
know.
match it.
I've just had habits of like making faces when I'm playing. That's basically what it is, I think. Like,
I know
kind
me
of
and my brother do that as
exaggerated.
well, so that's
No.
to me. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. For some
Yeah,
reason, that's just like
yeah.
the natural resting, but stressed and focused position.
I've gotten memed on from my community since like 2017 because of that. Because especially like move my tongue a lot when I'm like really concentrated. So I think that definitely makes people laugh.
Oh,
I
so,
think people have their own thing.
like
so
he's literally
is your tongue like the Buzz's lips?
yes.
Yeah, I think so. Like if I'm dash dancing, my tongue is dash dancing, dude.
Or like Tweak's eyebrows and his face
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, you just don't get to choose it, and then if you try to change it or like are aware of it, you're gonna start playing worse. So
That's so
it's
funny.
just something that's there.
I gotta pay attention. I'm gonna watch the stats and pay attention to the player cam.
I'm gonna
now.
put
Oh,
it
yeah,
on
it's
my
very
app.
obvious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, yeah, I think
Congrats,
other people
buddy.
too will have like their mouth open or like I don't know if they're doing anything. I'm just like, yeah, people have their own thing.
I talk to
Yeah,
myself
that's
a lot when I
funny.
play, so
So
I be
Anything
yapping,
else?
and then something happens, and I'm just like, "Oh, that was so."
Honestly,
Literally,
I've
what
been
you do a lot. You go, that was so, and then you like bounce a little bit. Yeah.
I've been jealous, like consciously watching other top players that are like completely stoic, just like only facing the screen, and I'm like, God, I wish I
Boring.
looked like that.
Lamb.
No,
Those people are boring. They're so boring. It's nice to have a little something different, you know.
I guess
Okay.
so.
Low-key, last question, because I know
Tell me.
we're running out of time.
Oh no, I have one after, but go.
Oh yeah.
We have
Were
time.
you relieved when Shattuck beat Spargo? Because I feel like Spargo and Grands would have been a lot scarier for you because Spargo bullies you a little bit.
I was hoping you didn't ask that, but yeah.
Oh.
Uh, no, basically, yeah, no, Spargo and I obviously like I just admire his play a ton, but he like people were asking me like, okay, Mark, this is gonna be your first super major win, right? I was like, unless I run into Spargo, because I'm not confident against Spargo yet. Like
He's too fast.
yeah, he's too fast, and I'm aware of a few things that I am lazy in the matchup, especially. Because I'm definitely the type of person that likes to like solve matchups, if that makes sense, right? Like in terms of like this position is good, this is my answer to this, etc., etc. With Spargo, it's just too dynamic, it's too fast, and the positions you gotta be like super confident. You gotta never second guess yourself, you know. So to answer the question, I obviously always want Spargo to win, but I was super relieved at Shattuck beating him. I popped off in the back myself, and I was like, okay, I
Because
have
you're
a
happy that I
really
won,
good
right?
shot.
Because like you're happy for me, right? Like,
Yeah. One of my favorite players of all time. No, of course, I actually admire your positioning. I was telling a lot of top players like this guy's positioning is probably the best in the world, like yours.
Thank you.
But in terms of matchups and just like, I guess stats wise, my possibilities, like I would say like me versus Spargo is like every 5 sets I probably win one, probably. And then for all the other players, it's either like even-ish or my favorite, I'd say, you know.
So my question was, there was like a micro interaction that I just had no idea that was happening. It was like you would back air Sonic's shield, and he
Yeah.
kept like short hop up airing between it.
Sonics was
Yes.
up airing out of shield.
Like in between the back air.
Yeah, no, that's one thing he loved. He just started doing it one coin box randomly, and then I was like, well, guess there's no more rising aerial shield pressure
Is it because your back air is so high that like when he splits
Yeah.
his legs?
it's because of
during the
that
jump?
plus the hurt box shift on his legs.
Yeah.
And like his he just short like when people jump they go down a little bit. Like a lot of characters can
Bro,
up
if
smash
you
through it and
basically just
stuff,
air
which is
dodge
why
on the
Mark
platform
typically
and
goes
just roll
for
it, it's a guaranteed
delayed
to
auto
rougher.
cancel forward airs for combo starters.
Yeah, but like Sonic's
And I say that
short
in
hop
this-
is
I
also
say that
very
and I missed
tall.
it
So
immediately.
it's just like surprising that he can like
Yeah,
jump straight into it. And then, like,
it's literally just a hurt box shift interaction that's very
it looked
consistent. That's
so
all.
wrong. I was like, what is
Yeah.
that?
And then I
Sonic's
say
nasty.
50. Yay!
No, I meant to grab
True.
the ledge.
They should have never buffed that move.
Honestly,
Why'd they do that?
yeah, but as soon as I realized like he was doing that all the time against me in Coinbox, I was like, okay, new rule unlocked, and I just never hit a shield like that.
Dude, my one like remembrance from that set was just like that you actually can't hit a shield, and the gameplay was getting advanced. Low-key, y'all motivated me a little bit to laugh a little more. But like, dude, you did like
Yep.
drop ledge, wall jump, cross up, Pikachu nair, and he instantly, without questions asked, like you're in disadvantage by the way, quote unquote. Without questions asked, he footstool homing attacked you. I was like, all right, we can't play the game anymore. I was just like,
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're layers in for sure.
oh my god, we can't do anything.
Watching gameplay from 2024, if I looked at this
Oh.
even in like 2022,
That wouldn't
I
have
feel
really
like I
been
would have
flipped
been
if I
like,
got it.
damn, this is crazy.
Yeah,
It definitely is. I hate Sonic. I just want to
fine. Well, no, he's not fine, but
not for my character. It's nice to
yeah.
do things.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk.
Yeah, earlier when you said the only two things to worry about were F Smash and Spin Dash Fair on bad DI, I was like, on bad DI. That's cute.
How
What do
good
you
do
mean?
you think Pika is? Sorry. I
Spin
don't know.
Spin Dash Fair for against Snake just works all the time.
Oh, no. I mean, it always works on Pika as well, but I mean, like, if you have bad DI, you're gonna end up way further into the, like, close to Blast Zone, basically. where if you'd like DI in, like I guess
You're gonna
take
get hit.
care-
But you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot
I
of
just
people like
die every day.
instinctively DI out, me included for a while, but then I just told myself just DI in, dude. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What you gonna ask, Shadik?
How good do you think Pika is, like, actually?
I think he's probably top 2, pretty solidly. Though, well, I'm not gonna say solidly. I think peak at you, as in like peak. Probably almost top 1, but I think Steve's peak is like incredibly ridiculous. So I'll settle for top 2, but I think consistently Pikachu is probably around top, probably top 3, just below Sonic, and like maybe a bit further down, but guaranteed top 10, of course.
Yeah.
It's just hard to reach that peak, and I feel like
Bro
if
is
you're not
literally
in
just mashing.
honestly, it was close.
You
I
beat
was
Meister.
I was
so you
talking
got it.
about this
Yeah.
with Mutates before one of my sets. I was like,
Dude.
I'm not satisfied with how I'm playing because I think it was Mutates and someone else asked me like, why are you so mad at beating Sonics? Like, why aren't you like popping off or happy or anything? I was like, I definitely could have played better. Like, I definitely gave him a lot of like pre-mistakes or gave him a lot of openings, you know. And Mutates was telling me like, oh, you get it, because when I say that, people get mad at me.
Yeah, no, I asked. It was Beastly who asked you that because I didn't ask
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I understood already. I
He's
was
not
like,
dead.
No, you get it.
Yeah.
No, that one time
Now
we
he's
called and
dead.
you like showed me some Sonic stuff, and I've been studying. I've been beating them low key.
Yay. Yeah, that character is
Hi, I'm
insanely
for.
nasty, and
Hi,
I
I'm
don't blame
for.
anyone for losing to him, but
Becomes. What's up, Billy Harris?
I will say learning how to beat
What's up,
Sonic
brother?
is one of the least intuitive things in the game.
Let's go,
for
man.
sure.
Let's go.
Hmm.
You want to figure out how to do it with Snake and let me know.
You in the arena, my man?
Alright,
Thanks, man.
You gotta go.
If you're asking why you
Thanks,
can
bud.
hear
I
different
appreciate it.
voices, that's
Learning at a
actually a
time.
podcast.
Dude, you have no idea how mad Sonics was yesterday, dude.
At the pre-local or at the local?
Yeah, it
Sword
was so
fighter,
funny.
huh?
He literally landed at like 5:30.
Yeah.
But our local starts at 6:15.
He just went straight there.
Yes.
God,
God.
what a grinder!
He wasn't signed up. I was like, cool.
Insane
Tonight's gonna be
grind.
like all the other demons, and like Cappy and Sonics are like they're coming back home, so they're not gonna be there. And then like on my way there,
That was
someone
dead.
was like, "Oh, by the way, Sonics and Cappy are coming." And I was like,
And he was grinding
Dude.
today against Pikachu. Like he was playing Void's
Yeah.
Pikachu. He was labbing on training mode against Pikachu. He did the tweet
pissed.
of like, yeah.
Void's Pikachu.
I'm playing him on Thursday.
Well, okay. Tell me how it goes.
I'm gonna lose like I always do, but I'll win a couple games and I'll feel good about it.
You're gonna give him
I feel
experience.
that's so hard.
man. You have to be.
He plays you all the time. He has experience.
Yeah,
he knows
he-
all these things. It's just consistency.
He knows everything of Pikachu. Honestly, yeah.
Like the way he dismantles me sometimes is
Bro,
gross. And I'm like,
this
okay, I guess I
is-
just can't
oh
do
my
anything, and then I do better, and I'm like, God, okay.
Yeah, if
Guess
you're
I'll
not
play the
fishing
game
for
now.
the Pika like matchup knowledge tests, you do better against him for sure.
Well, just not even. It's just
I'm
like
not dead.
I can't even like aggress into scrambles because it's like not worth it. So I just quick attack away entirely and then T-jolt, and it's like, okay, that's the only thing I can do in the matchup because he
Yep.
just deals 80 billion% if you don't. And then especially online, Sonic Spring is so annoying for combos because like, oh, you were slightly imperfect. Boom. Oh, tech chase, by the way. It's like, okay, I
Yep.
guess.
well, I think as much as we would all love to continue chatting and
Bro.
talking about
That's
S Factor, how
fast.
good Shiny Mark is, and Pikachu, and
Ah,
Sonic, and
Brenda Dick.
all the atrocities that are in Ultimate, we are running out of time. So, do you have any final words, Shiny Mark? Anything you want to let the people know? What you're planning on doing in the future? We already touched on like tournament schedule and things like that, but like streams or any content that you're working on, any more goals that you have now that you finally got that first big major win under your belt. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, first off, just want to thank everyone that supports me and just has always believed in me. Also, like to all the people that are hating, I really don't care. All I care about is just winning. So I will keep doing my
You
thing.
can tell.
Yes, thank you.
How's it going, Bill Harris?
But yeah, it's surprising to me. A lot of people still went up to me and were like, "Ah, you play so awesome! I'm so happy that you won." City, the TO and his wife was telling me like, "Oh, we love your gameplay. Like I know some people don't like it, but that was awesome." So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Really appreciate all the fans, all the support. For extra words, I'm gonna figure out school soon,
Yeah,
like in terms
actually,
of like
sir,
the
I'm gonna
dates
be
of the exams and stuff.
evaporated.
And
Yeah.
then once those are like settled, slash I graduate, like at the end of this year, I'm gonna spam travel for sure. Like I definitely like my biggest goal in Smash is, I think as most of
Punch
our
a
goals
child.
are, is just be the best player in the world eventually. So I won the Super Major, definitely something that's ticked off my list, but I haven't won a Super Major over Spargo, which is my biggest demon. So I think then I would probably pop off way harder, and then hopefully sometime in the future,
Dude,
go into bigger heights and be the best player in the world. Other than that, check out my Metafy. I'm always doing coaching. Probably not for a little bit. I'm a little bit sick, but I always love talking about the game and keep helping people out. And other than that, any orgs that are watching this, I am not sponsored, so hit me up.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man. I know we all really want you to get on a team so that we could just, see you more often, because outside of gameplay and like being a big fan of your gameplay, you as a person, you're great. A lot of us have good memories with you, interactions with you. And I definitely want more people to be able to just like meet you, get to know you, because we've hung out a bit. And like I said, you're a great guy. So I look
Thank you.
forward to
Really, really appreciate it.
more people getting to know you as a person.
Thank
Because
you
you're
so
dope.
much.
Of course, dude.
no.
And he called me a star backstage.
I was wearing
so freaking
glasses
mad.
and sweater as a as a coat. It was crazy.
we call that a diva.
Yeah, Rockstar Diva.
Yeah, Mutex is our little diva.
Oh my god, it's
But yeah,
Leo.
so thanks so much
Yeah,
for taking
right.
the time out of your day. Feel better. Thanks for hopping on the podcast today. That'll be it for us today, everybody. Sign up for strive.gg, subscribe to our YouTube, comment on our videos, tell us other things that you want to see us doing. Buy our merch, use Shattuck's code because he did the best out of everybody. That's not Shiny Mark. But yeah, enjoy your day, guys. See you next week on another episode. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, we'll make this simple. We'll make it simple. It's pretty late. Chat. Chat, it's getting pretty late. Getting pretty late where I am. Around like 11 o'clock. Around 11 o'clock, I haven't been sleeping the best. I've been staying up very late gaming. Past 2 days. I'm gonna have to, gonna reset my sleep schedule and all that. For the people who joined the stream, thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. I love all the people who support the channel and everything, even the streams. Good night, and on as I always say, on to the next video or stream. Peace. Thank you so much.